Hello everyone. As a data science intern at the Sparks Foundation, here's my submission for the task 1, prediction using supervised machine learning. So the problem at hand was to predict the score of a student based on the number of hours they studied. We also had to provide a prediction for score of a student who studies 9.25 hours per day. The GitHub link for this notebook is provided in the description. So let's start. First of all, I have imported all the necessary libraries like Pandas, NumPy, and for visualization, Matplotlib and Seaborn. So once we read the data using the read CSV pandas function, we can check the data.head, which returns us the top 5 rows of the data, which gives us a basic idea as to what we have in the data. So we can also check data.shape, which returns us the number of rows and number of columns. So we have 25 rows in our data and only 2 columns. Respectively, we have hours column and one we have scores column. So now we can check data.info. So the info function tells us number of rows, which is 25, and it gives us the range. As we could see here also, the index is starting from 0 and so on. The info function also gives us the non-null values for each column. So here we have hours column 25 non-null, and we knew that there were total 25 entries for the data. So we can conclude that the data does not have any null values for the hours column as well as for the scores column. Info function also gives us the data type for each column. The hours column is in float and the scores column is the int data type. Now we can move on and we can see the describe function. The describe function very beautifully summarizes the numerical columns of our data. We can see it gives the count. So in hours column we have 25 entries. In the score column we also have 25 entries. It gives us mean. So mean hours a student studies is 5 hours and mean score of the students is 51.4. So standard deviation being 2.5 for hours and 25 for scores, and minimum value for hours is 1.1, maximum is 9.2. Similarly for scores, it's 17 is minimum and maximum score of a student is 95. And it also gives us 25, 50 and 75 percentile values. So it is a very basic and a very useful tool if you want to get a hold of the kind of data that you have. So now we'll move on to the visualization part of the data to understand what kind of data we have and the relationship between the data. So I have used seaborn.scatterplot for this purpose. As we only had 2 columns, so I am using hours in the x-axis and scores in the y-axis. So we wanted to see how the hours affect the scores. So we can see as the hours are increasing, the score is also increasing. So as we can see that it is a linear positive relationship between the two. If we increase the hours, the score will also increase, which is very true for the real life scenario if you think about it too. So to display the linear relationship, we could draw a line here, which can be done through the Seaborn regression plot. So what it does is it gives a better and clear visualization for such data where we have a linear relationship between the two. So now that we have a basic understanding, we know that they have a linear relationship and we know how we will predict it. We will use linear regression for the purposes. So now to prepare the data for model building and prediction, what we'll do is separate the features and the target. We'll use X to put our features, that is hours, and Y for the target column, which was scores. So now we'll use train test split function from the sklearn module to separate out some validation data from the train set. So model building requires us to import linear regression from sklearn. So we'll initialize the regressor and then we'll train the model through regressor.fit. We'll fit the model on the train features and target. Now we'll save our predictions using regressor.predict on the validation data. We'll save it in predicted Y. So now that we have the predictions with us, we want to view it with the actual values which we had for the validation data. So as you can see, where the actual was 20, our model predicted 16.8, the actual for 27, our model predicted 33.7, and so on and so forth. So what we can do to understand it better is to visualize it. So I have visualized it using a KDE distribution plot. So as we can see, the actual values were these orange one and the predicted values are the blue ones, which are not exactly like the actual values, but more or less in the same distribution. But we cannot really quantify the amount of error our model is giving with respect to the actual values. So for that, what we'll use is regressor.score function. So we'll check the accuracy for the train data as well as the test data. So here we can see that train accuracy we are getting 94.8% and for test we are getting 93.6%, which is pretty close to each other. So we can say that the model is working fine. So now if you remember, in the beginning I mentioned we were required to provide a prediction for a score of a student who studies 9.25 hours per day. So for that, the prediction the model is giving is 93.89. So if a student will study 9.25 hours, according to our model, the estimated score of that student is more or less 93.89%. So this was all for task number 1. I hope you liked the video. Thank you so much.